The online course is designed not just to instruct, but to facilitate, engage, and empower learners so that they can fully participate in learning conversations. To achieve these aims, the technological affordances of the online learning environment are utilized to build a course that is content appropriate and pedagogically sound. Beginning with a review of the fundamental purposes of the course, the instructional design process progresses through the creation of purposeful student activities, appropriate measures of student learning, and overall look and feel of the course site. In order to be systematic with the course design, a conscientious instructor often adopts a design model. There are many models to choose from, but the ADDIE model is the most widely used for instructional design. The ADDIE model consists of 5 traditional steps, which are analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation. It is originally a linear model in which the activities are sequential and a step is not commenced unless the previous step has been completed. However, today's instructional design needs have led to the transformation of the model from linear to cyclic, with evaluation at the center, thereby making it interactive and responsive to change. Whereas formative evaluation is done at every phase in order to improve the course on the fly, summative evaluation is done at the end of the cycle and the findings used to improve the course in the next iteration. In the analysis phase, the instructor identifies the learning problem, characterizes the learner, and identifies the affordances of the learning environment. Before moving on to the next phase, the instructor does a formative evaluation of the analysis phase. In the design phase, the instructor specifies the learning objectives, determines the content, learning activities, and forms of student assessment, and decides the look and feel of the course site. Before moving on to the next phase, the instructor does a formative evaluation of the design phase. In the development phase, the instructor creates instructional materials, designs learning activities, creates assessment instruments, and designs the course site. Before moving on to the next phase, the instructor does a formative evaluation of the development phase. In the implementation phase, the instructor delivers the instructional materials, administers assessment instruments to assess student learning, and provides feedback to students. Before moving on to the next phase, the instructor does a formative evaluation of the implementation phase. In the evaluation phase, the instructor performs a summative evaluation of the entire instructional design process and decides the redesign strategies for the next offering of the course based on the findings. To summarize, the instructor using the ADDIE model does the following while designing an online course: analyze the learning problem, the learner, and the learning environment, determine the content, learning activities, assessments, and the look and feel of the course site, create the learning materials, learning activities, assessment, instruments, and the course site, deliver the learning materials, assess student learning, and provide feedback, and finally, determine the success of the design process and decide on the redesign strategies.